So I really don't know what this little video is going to be about. I guess it's just a little tangent, whatever kind of comes to the top of my head, and I'm just going to roll with it. So I guess I'm just going to talk about the transition from senior year to freshman year of college and what it's been like, I guess. I know many people kind of have uh, like a stigma like towards like, oh, you turn 18, or you have to like deal with everything by yourself. You have to like, you're forced into the world when you're 18. But I don't, at least from my experience, I never felt that way. I know a lot of people are kind of like that way though. Like they're 18, everything's up to them. But I mean, for me, I turn 18, I still feel like I'm in high school. I, I really don't do many things, I guess, for myself. Like I don't feel like I'm in the adulthood, even though I am an adult. I am considered an adult. Um, I, like I really don't know how to explain it correctly or well, but just like for me, it's been pretty seamless. Like the only thing that I have to deal with, like that other people like have the same thing. It's just like kind of like college. Like it's completely up to you now. Like in middle school and high school, your parents are like not forcing you, but encouraging you to like pass so you can graduate with a diploma. But once you reach college, it's so different. It's just a very weird experience. Like everything is up up to you. Like the teachers aren't really gonna beg you to like complete the assignments. Like of course they will, because they do want you to pass like their class, and they want to make the class like not a waste of money. But it's up to the student for them to try in the class to not feel like that the class they paid for is a waste of money. Because I mean the teachers, they're just doing their job. The professors are doing their job. They're not there to try and babysit you. I mean that's the whole point of college, really, just so you don't get, just so, like there's no more babysitting anymore. So I'm barely in like my fourth week of college, and it's a very weird kind of thing. Um, but like when most people are like, when I hear about all these other kids, like my age, they're all like working, they're all kind of you know mixed in with like two different jobs and a million internships and doing this and that. But I mean, for me, I don't know if I'm lazy or it's just that I'm kind of lucky in a way where I really don't have to find a job right away in order to support my family. At least not yet. Um, I was told I have 1 year at least before I need to start working, so I guess I'm gonna take that year willingly. But I am gonna probably find a job pretty soon, probably before next semester starts. But again, it's just I'm gonna be saying a lot of repetitive things because I have no script. I'm just kind of whatever comes to mind. Um, Again, it's just I don't I didn't feel any transition. I didn't notice anything different. Like I said, besides the school thing. By the way, online school sucked. It was probably the worst thing that could have happened to like a senior class for both my class and the class before me. I'm glad that at least for my school and for many other schools that seniors that are in high school, they're able to at least have somewhat of a normal year depending on the state they live in. And it I don't know. I'm glad that I shouldn't say it was the worst thing, because it really could have been worse. But like in a way, it is really the worst like scenario, because at least where I live, like you're able to have like grad night and prom, and I mean like retreats and stuff. Like it would have been so fun. But you know I'm glad that I still had a good high school experience, and there is no doubt in my mind that I had a good high school experience for the 3 years I was at my high school and the last year, granted I was still at the same high school, but it wasn't the same. I wouldn't count that as a year. It's like a waste year. A lot of people feel the same way, like that. Just last year of school, if you were a senior in college, a senior in high school, an eighth grader in elementary school, just I mean, granted, if you're an eighth grader, it really shouldn't matter, but I mean, it is still a big thing because you're transitioning into high school, and it's a big transition. I mean, a lot of people make fun of the freshmen, but it's a scary thing. Like becoming a freshman at an entirely new school with about a dozen new students and a million other upperclassmen after being the top classman for the year. It's a awkward experience, and then to have that experience all online your last year, granted, like for seniors, we didn't have to go to college right away, so we didn't like some people didn't experience that again, feeling like the underdogs, they don't. But like these freshmen, and if they want a job in the future, I guess, or a high school diploma, they had to go through that experience of being a freshman and getting dogged on half the time, and people like making a bunch of TikToks like how the freshmen always, are so like concerned with class time and stuff. But I just hope that the freshmen that are moving in or moving on into a high school or doing or I hope that they're gonna have a good year. Uh, I get freshman year, isn't that hard. Sophomore year, same thing. Junior year, when it gets crazy with SATs and PSATs and classes and colleges really looking at your junior year. But I mean, in my experience, you know, I, I think you should still take junior year chill. Don't try to overwork yourself. Don't like just don't overwork yourself. I mean, I know you want to get into that high, IC or like um fuck, I forgot the colleges are called, the Ivy League schools. But I mean, don't 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 like stress yourself about it. If if you're gonna, you're gonna make it, you know, like yeah, there's a chance you won't, but I mean, depending how hard you try in school, you kind of already know what kind of colleges you're gonna be able to get into. Like for me, high school, I didn't really give a shit, to be honest. Like I was still a good student. I kept my grades up. I averaged B's at least every year in school, or try to get an A. But I knew where I stood, like where kind of colleges I was gonna get into, and not like I wanted to be in an Ivy League school right away, or go to like the UC schools right away, or anything, or Harvard, or Yale, or like Stanford. I wasn't into those crazy colleges. I'm still not. I'm literally majoring in art in a way, game design and development. I'm literally majoring in that, which is just a form of art. And art schools are very easy to get into. So, I mean, it's just depending on what you want to do in the future, and you have a good future plan set. I mean, granted, plans always change, but like if you have just a general idea of what you want to do, whether you want to get into computer science, engineering, or construction, or business, or anything, then like the requirements you need to get into those type of schools for colleges, and just work on those requirements. Obviously maintain good grades, but just work on the requirements. Don't stress yourself out for no reason. There's no reason to. High school is supposed to be kind of a very important part of your life. I know everyone says that, and everyone says, oh, the people you meet in high school are going to be your friends forever. And that's true, right? Obviously, but again, you should find the balance between having fun in high school and having fun in high school, and obviously maintaining your grades. But I say have more fun. Go to that football game, go to that party, maybe be responsible, but go to that party, go to that football game, go to the rallies, go support like all your sports teams, not just football. I know I just said football a million times, but support your football team, your basketball team, your soccer team, your golf team, your lacrosse team, your wrestling team. Go support your team. Go support your school. You know, and have fun at the rallies. Go to parties that you're invited to. Talk to that girl that you're never gonna talk to again. You know, just have fun in high school. Don't stress. No reason to stress. Take a chill pill. Get a good rest. That's all. That's all whatever I have in this shit mind of mine. Peace, y'all. See ya.